Hey everybody, good evening. This is Totally Tropical Todd here with another Monday Milton update. Hurricane Milton, for those who haven't heard, is currently a Category 5 hurricane. It is projected to hit Florida not as a Category 5. It is projected to grow in size as it approaches Florida. And much like, if you ever see a figure skater spin really fast and then as they move as they pull their arms in, they spin faster. The same is true. They push their arms out, they spin slower. So as the hurricane grows, it can actually slow down a bit. Right now, the maximum sustained wind speeds are 175 miles an hour. As it approaches the Yucatan, it's projected to just skirt the Yucatan Peninsula here. Those wind speeds are projected to slow down to about 135 mile an hour sustained winds on late Wednesday evening, early Thursday morning when it's projected to make landfall, still right around the Tampa Bay area. So one big update, they have actually upgraded the potential storm surge threat for Tampa Bay. This has almost doubled in terms of the storm surge. So 10 to 15 feet, I'm just under 6 foot. So imagine, 15 feet is 2.5 times my height. So, you're talking over single story roof lines. So this is tremendous. And that's just the average sea level rise, right? So sea level, your normal where the average ocean height is projected to be 10 to 15 feet higher than that. On top of that, you get waves. So I had a good friend, some good friends, the Felsons. They had a house back in 2005. 2 hurricanes went through, and their house was on the beach on 17-foot stilts, and their water line was, right about here. That's where the ocean level was from the storm surge, but they had water coming in through their roof because of the waves on top of that. So waves cresting, coming up through their eaves. So keep in mind, 15-foot storm surge, you can have 6-foot waves on top of that. So you're talking, 21-foot potential here. And of course, depending on the timing of tides, this could be even bigger. So really massive storm surge potential here for Tampa, even just the areas north and south, 5 to 10 feet. So really the entire west coast of Florida is, potentially going to be impacted by massive storm surge. So please be careful, move to other locations. I've just gotten word from some friends in Tampa that are moving inland to Orlando. I'm really happy to hear that. So, you can see right now in terms of watches and warnings, we have a hurricane warning right here along the Yucatan and along much of the west coast of Florida. On the east coast, we're more in a tropical storm watch here, or further north, a hurricane watch, because the projected path of this hurricane, getting back to our path here, the projected path, it's projected to make landfall somewhere around Tampa Bay. Now, the models are still a little bit all over the place, which is why we have this wide cone still. But they're starting to converge on agreeing around Tampa. Of course, right now the storm is still small. As I mentioned, small storms tend to wiggle a little bit more. A little wiggle one direction or the other could mean good news or bad news for you, depending on where you are on this west coast. But currently the path has this basically hitting Tampa, going basically along the I-4 corridor through Orlando and popping out on the other side, making landfall as a major hurricane, Cat 3 to potentially Cat 4, crossing the state and coming out as roughly as a Cat 1 or Cat 2. But still, this hurricane has quite destructive potential. So, I'm watching this closely, trying to do updates 2 to 3 times a day. Hopefully everybody's staying safe and making the correct, the the necessary precautions and preparations. So please, if you're along the coast, please move to safety. Consider evacuating somewhere inland where it's a lot safer. Remember, the storm surge is the most dangerous part of the storm, and we're looking at some pretty heavy potential here. So please be safe, and I'll keep you guys updated more tomorrow.